Uh, you know, I gotta give a little West Coast flavor, you know. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Okay. So let's get to it. What's going on, New? What's up, New? All right, so let's get to it. I remember about a week or a week and a half ago, I spoke about the quote unquote high value man, and I gave my true definition of what a high value man is. That is if a high value man actually exists. Because the fact of the matter is that right now in this space on YouTube, within the space of what we consider to be the manosphere or the so-called black manosphere, there is a label that has become popular, which is which is what you see in the title of this video, the high value man label. And it's accredited to one a content creator called named Kevin Samuels, who is very, very popular right now on YouTube. And because he coined the phrase high value man, and and being that he's popular, and that's basically, so a lot of people in this space is rolling with that term. But the thing is that you guys have to pay attention to how this term or this label is being defined by those who create it. What's what's going on? Oh, okay. Goku 92 son, man, what's going on? This is one of my earliest subscribers, man. What's going on? What's up? All right. So going on to the topic, you have to pay attention to how this term is being defined. And also, okay, yeah, it's goofy. It is a goofy label, Goku son. You have to be, but back onto the topic, you have to be real careful and watch how this term is being defined and pay attention to the context this term is being used. Because when you pay attention to how this term is being defined and you pay attention to how this term is being used, you'll see, you recognize two things about this term, right? Or how this term is being used. One, it's being used as a way to attract women. Or in other words, the definition of this term or how it's being defined is being defined in a way that attracts women instead of a way that makes a man a better man. Maybe I didn't put it in a better way, but the way it's used to define things that attracts women. It used to define or it base a value of a man based upon what women are attracted to, instead of utilizing it in a way to value men based upon their substance and what they could bring to society. Okay, what's going on, Wagner? What's going on? Another thing you'll realize about this term high value man, you'll realize that this label is no different than all them other goofy labels that these pieces of shits in the black manosphere have been using, which is these in the past, which is terms like select male or the alpha male, based upon how this sector defined the alpha male. Okay? The term high value man and the context that is being used in this space is no different than how those terms select male and alpha male is used. It's used in that same context. It's used as a way to define what women are attracted to instead of it being used to define the quality of a male and what he brings to society, okay? Or the substance of a male. So let's break this shit down. How so? How so, wacky world? How so? Okay. When you look at how the term high value male or high value man is being defined in this space, because I asked somebody, first, number one, I pay attention to how the Kevin Samuels, right? How he defined the term and which context he put the term in. And also I asked someone or two people who claim to watch Kevin Samuels videos consistently. I asked them, what is the definition of a high value male or a high value man, right? What is the definition of what's going on, woman of the past? She said, yes, the quality is very important because if there's quality, then money will come in. Exactly, woman of the past. Exactly. So I asked these two people who claim to watch Kevin Samuels videos consistently. I asked them, what is a high value man? What is the definition based on how Kevin Samuels put it? And you know what they both told me? They both told me that a high value man is a man who earns over 150 grand a year. That's it. So the definition of a high value man, according to them, starts and ends with how much money a man makes. It start and ends with his resources. So I'm like, hold on for a minute. So you mean to tell me that you're putting the value of a human being based upon material possessions instead of that human being's internal qualities, in which in reality, it's that human being's internal qualities that put him in a position to earn resources? And a lot of motherfuckers in this space are too damn stupid to see this shit. And they damn following and just hopping on the bandwagon when they hear the term high value man. And they goofy ass making stupid ass videos, high value man, high value man. Shit sounds stupid. And yeah. He said, New said, I make 120,000 a year, but I'm more than the $1 and more than $1 I make. Exactly, New. Exactly, New. And the main reason why you make $120,000 a year is because of who you are as a person that put yourself in a position to make that to make that sort of living. 9 times out of 10, you were always a very ambitious person. You were a very determined individual. You were a very diligent and hardworking individual. And you probably a very principled man that kept yourself grounded, right? And that in which you don't allow anyone or anything to get in your way of any of your goals. And most likely you probably are a very optimistic individual. See, it's those, I may not know you, but I'm sure that I'm most likely right about you. But if I'm wrong, you could correct me, New. But it's these internal qualities about you, New, that put you in a position to make $120,000 a year. Okay? So New, you are a high value man. If that label actually exists, you are a high value man because of your character, not because of what you have in your bank account. You know. So a man, you could have a man who makes, or a male who makes 80K a year, but he has the same qualities that New has. Is he not a high value man? Come on. But the thing is that you got to realize this. People like Kevin Samuels is selling a product. Always understand that. Always understand that. Most likely the people like Kevin Samuels who are what's going on, Kevin Kelly, who are creating this term high value man, they are selling a product. So when you are selling a product, you have to target, you have to, when you're selling a product, you have to have a target market that you're selling to, right? And what better target market to sell to than females? Because females, right? Females are willing to spend, females are more likely to spend money than males when it comes to any motherfucking thing that sounds good. Okay? Okay? So when it comes to this definition of a high value man that's being used in this space, that definition, once again, of how a man who makes over 100K or over $100,000 a year, okay, that is something that attracts females. Why? Because females are attracted to high earning males. So therefore, since that is something that attracts males, therefore, motherfuckers want to package and create something to sell to females. So they make this term, high value man, and revolve it around what females are attracted to. Therefore, a person like Kevin Samuels, who claims to be one himself, I'm not saying he isn't, I'm not saying he is. He professed to be one. Therefore, he make it seem as if he has this deep knowledge on how females can attract this quote unquote high value man. Thus, it's going to convince females to come to him for advice. Especially when we live at a time where there are a lot of females who are desperate to look for answers as to why they can't find or keep a man. What better time there is for a person like Kevin Samuels to capitalize on this and create a theory that's been repackaged plenty of times before in order to attract females. And at the same time, this same product that's been repackaged several times before also attracts males to come to Kevin Samuels, pay him money, subscribe to him, put donate money to his super chat or his cash app, whatever, right? Because you have in this space a populace of thirsty males, right? And these thirsty males, she said, what? A woman in the past said, I never liked this guy from the start back in 2016. He's a fake opportunist. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. And unfortunately, a lot of people have no problem catering to opportunists in this space because you have a lot of gullible and desperate individuals. She said, what? There's no such female who turns male down either. Huh? I don't get that. I don't get that, but all right. That is true, Wadner. Wadner, that is true. But going on to what I was saying. So now males, since you have a populace of thirsty and desperate males in this space, they are attracted to this product too, because they feel, in their opinion, that this type of product or this type of man, right, which is the high value man, according to Kevin Samuels' definition, attracts females. And we all know that, unfortunately, this space have turned into a space where you have a lot of males who are thirsty and look and come on here to try to attract females instead of instead of looking to accomplish the actual goal at hand that the manosphere was originally intended to be for. So these thirsty males want to try to find a way to attract, to be more attracted to females. Then they run into this Kevin Samuels character, and this Kevin Samuels make it, give this impression to these males that he has the secret ingredient to make these males more attractive to these females, who for the most part are not even qualified to fucking date. Therefore, these males get hooked to this term, called high value man. And when you pay attention to this bullshit, or to this whole to this whole hype, because that's what it is. It's nothing but hype. This hype about the high value man. And when you look at how this hype is attracting a lot of people, it's doing the same thing that the select man hype, that the select or non-select man hype did in 2018 and 2019. Is doing the same thing that this alpha male slash beta male hype that people in this space was talking about back in 2016, 2017. So what happened is that it's just, so this hype, this lie have just been repackaged and branded with a new word called the high value man. But it still revolves around hype. This hype. It's not, and the hype is this picture of a man who is deemed attractive by other females. That's what these repackaged brands like high value male, select man, alpha male, the way these terms have been defined within this space. That's how it's defined. It's defined by whichever qualities that attract females. And this high value man hype is no different. It's no different. And it's nothing but hype. It's nothing but hype. Hype and propaganda. It's all revolved around how to attract a bitch. That's it. Or it's all based around what females deem attractive. And then you have these so-called gurus. You have these so-called gurus who think that they have the remedy to help males become this high value man or this alpha male or this select man, while at the same time claim they have the ingredient to attract females to this attract females and help them to do whatever it takes to attract this high value man, this alpha male, this select man. When really it's all bullshit, because you know why? Because the definitions of these packaged brands is not based on any substance. It's not based on the morality of a man. It's not based on the integrity of a man. It's not based on the dignity, the respect, the pride of a man. It's not based upon the diligence of a man. It's not based on the wisdom of a man. It's not based on the intelligence of a man. It's not based on these things. It's not based on the compassion of a man. It's not based upon the empathy of a man. It's not based upon the moral fiber of a man. It's all based on these brands, right, in the context that it's being used in this space, it's all based upon qualities that attract shallow-minded females. and it's being marketed to both males and females. And it's marketed to males by trying to convince males, thirsty males, that being this way will help you get hot-looking females. Now, mind you, that these content creators, wow, damn, I got a few people on here. What's going on? Shalom, my year male Israelite. Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Big J Triple X, what's going on, bro? What's going on? What's up? I'm paying attention to your guys' comments, but at the same time, I do have to, I am speaking, So if you guys are commenting and you don't see me respond, it's not that I'm not paying attention to you guys. It's just that, I just got to get what I have to say, or out my chest. And so, but new, that is absolutely correct. Hype sells. I can't listen, I'll be an idiot if I disagree with that, new. Hype sells. Propaganda sells. So going back to what I'm saying, it's being marketed to both males and females. In one hand, it's being marketed to these thirsty males, telling them that I got the secret remedy to you males so you could become this high value man, so you could get hot looking chicks. Mind you that these gurus, so-called gurus, that these content creators who market these repackaged brands, right? They never tell you how they never market these brands to thirsty males and tell them how they could get them to attract good women, good, wholesome women who are marriage material, women with substance, women with intelligence, women with values, women with morals. They just tell these thirsty males that being this way could get them access to quote unquote good looking females. So all this is just superficial bullshit. And when they also market these same brands to females, they're not promising females that they could help them hook up to truly good men with good intent, men who are family oriented, men who are empathetic, men who are understanding, men who really are truly intelligent, men with family values. No, they just tell them that they just market these repackaged bullshit brands to these females, saying that they have the key ingredient to give them access to men with a lot of money or males with a lot of money, as if males with a lot of money means that they're automatically a good male. This is some fuck shit that's going on. And and I'm shocked when I see people I'm shocked when I see people who just blindly follow these content creators and follow what they say and not use any critical thinking skills whatsoever. Okay? They don't use any, that's right. You better listen to my man New. Likes are free. Okay? You don't get charged for liking the video. So just like it. They just buy into the hype. You got the audience, the viewing audience that just buy into this hype without using any critical thinking skills whatsoever, without asking these questions, without asking any questions whatsoever. Okay? If you're going to base, if you're going to talk about a high value man, right? And define this term high value man based upon the amount of money that man makes, then what do you consider evil people in the world that makes a lot of money? For example, drug lords, All right. Money launderers, sex traffickers. There's a lot of money in these criminal activities. It's evil. These things are evil, but there's a lot of money. People have made a lot of money when it comes to these things. Okay. Corrupt politicians. Corrupt corporate CEOs. All right. Bank robbers. Contract killers. These are some evil people who engage in these things, but they make a lot of money at the same time. So if you're going to define the term high value man based upon the money that a man makes, then I guess the drug lord is high value man. Is a high value man. I guess the Pablo Escobars of the world are high value men, right? I guess the big Meeches of the world are high value men, right? And listen, I'm not here to disrespect these gangsters. These are some real gangsters, and I don't want no smoke. Okay, I don't want nobody coming after me and saying that I'm saying anything bad about these guys. Listen. Anybody from the BMF? Listen, I don't want no smoke. All right, all you BMF brothers, I don't want no smoke. All you Colombians that's loyal to Escobar, I don't want no smoke, bro. I don't want no smoke. I'm just saying that these people have made a lot of money doing bad things, right? And people like them have made a lot of money doing bad things. So if we're going to define the term high value man solely based upon the earnings that a man make, then drug traffickers, sex traffickers, child traffickers, corrupt corporate CEOs, corrupt politicians, they're all high value men, right? Buffoon celebrities that make a total buffoon out themselves must be high value men, right? Based upon that bullshit definition that these motherfuckers in this space use to define a high value man. What's going on, Sir But Yahoo? What's up, Mr. Research? So what's up? So that means rappers like NBA Youngboy, who is creating more and more out of wedlock children in Black America, he must be a high value man, right? Because he has a lot of money currently, supposedly. But buffoons like Lil Wayne, who goes on television or make music, making a complete ass out of himself, I guess he's a high value man, right? Because he has a lot of money. Hell, didn't he just sell his didn't his dumbass just sell his masters for $100 million? So he's making more than 100K. He has 100 million. His dumbass sold his masters. So according to the context and the definition that people in this space use to define a high value man, Lil Wayne must be high value. No matter how much of a fool he makes out of himself, no matter how much he's addicted to drugs, no matter how much of his own masters that he sells, which is one of the dumbest things that a musician could do, and which is sell off their masters. But he's still a high value man, right? That's right, Wagner. That is absolutely correct. The career you have and your legacy and who you help can make you a high value man, not money. Exactly. The way I was raised, what's going on, handsome to God, what's going on? The way I was raised is that man makes the money, money doesn't make the man. But when it comes to this bullshit definition this repackaged bullshit definition of a high value man, which is solely based upon the earnings that a man make. What you're saying is that money don't make the man anymore. It's men that make the money. Okay? What you said, Handsome the guy, he says, the guru in this case is an image consultant. Therefore, his objective is all about promoting false appearances rather than depth and core substance. Applause. 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 It's that simple. It's that simple. He admitted himself that he's an image consultant. Whatever the fuck that means. Why can't so what he is skilled in is just selling an image. And an image don't have to have any substance. An image don't have to do anything substantial for you. An image is just to sell a look. It's just to market a perception. That's it. Don't these motherfuckers in this space get that? It goes to show you. You know what? Let me tell you something. And for those of you who's watching this video who thinking, man, this motherfucker hating on Kevin Samuels. No, I'm not. Trust me. There's no man in this space. There's no man in this world that can make me jealous of them. All right. I'm not hating on nobody. But I'm the type of person, I got to call things what it is. And if it's bullshit, it's bullshit. And this high value man theory, this high value man concept, the way it's being defined in this space is bullshit. And it's the same repackaged bullshit that content creators, it's the same repackaged bullshit that content creators in the past have used to trying to sell a perception or a fantasy to other people just so they can make some money. What's the difference between the term high value man and the select man? What's the difference? There's no difference. Both of them, the definitions of both of these terms revolve around what females are attracted to. Excuse me, let me correct that. What shallow-minded females are attracted to. So it's defined. So really, not only did this repackaged bullshit term, the high value man, it is revolving around how much money a man makes, but it also revolves around. It also values a man based upon what females are attracted to. It has nothing to do with the inner character, the inner core of that man. And when you actually take a look or do research at the lives of successful individuals, right? The Michael Jordans of the world, the Bill Gates of the world, the Elon Musks of the world, but people of that caliber. When you take a look at their philosophy or how they view life, and when you take a look at their story and what got them into a position of success, you would see that it was their inner character that drove them to become the successful people that they are. Elon Musk at one point of his life couldn't even pay his rent. I remember in an interview, he was speaking about how there was a time where he had to ask friends to borrow money he could pay his rent. He couldn't even pay his rent. But because of his inner character and who he is, and the amount of grit that he had, the amount of determination that he had, the ambition that he had, the willingness to do whatever it takes to get to the top of the success ladder, is what made the man that he is. And that deals with character, his character. And when you take a look at the lives of these successful people, you will see that they have a certain level of morality or a certain code of conduct that they live by. And that's what drove them to be so successful today. Their character. You know, Michael Jordan, who's now a billionaire, you know, the reason why he's in, if you take a look at his life, this guy was so ambitious. The reason why he is considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and also one of the greatest athletes, or professional athletes within the 20th century, was his ambition, his determination, his willingness to never give up, and his ultimate he has this ultimate level of optimism, and then led him to be one of the most dominant figures in professional sports, to the point of fact that 22 years after his retirement, the sports world is still talking about him and still put him as a standard of what the best of the best is. I mean, have you ever heard people where they say, yo, I'm the Michael Jordan of this, yo, I'm the Michael Jordan of that? That's how much of that's how his greatness, that's how much of a great individual that he is, that his greatness have created a standard of what the best is. And what made that standard about him? What made that about him is the fact that, well, Sir Obadiah Yahoo, you never heard that, but I've heard that before. But the reason why this is possible is because of his inner character that drove him to become the success story that he is today. So what makes him the high value man? If this term actually does exist, what makes him a high value man? The results of his hard work, which is the billions that he have, or the cause of his hard work, which is his driving force, his determination that drove him to reap the benefits that he now has. I say it's his inner character or the cause that drove him to gain the results that he now has. Which is the billions that he have. So you mean to tell me if Michael Jordan, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, right? God forbid, that one day Michael Jordan, he made a terrible investment and he lost a whole lot of money, became broke. You mean to tell me he's no longer high value? Even though he will always be one of the greatest professional athletes of all time, he will always be that, broke or not. Well, based upon the definition that's being used to define a high value man, if Michael Jordan becomes broke one day, he's no longer a high value man. And like I said, this definition, high value man, it revolves around the type of man that females are attracted to. So it revolves around, so the man is valued based upon what females are attracted to. And you know, females, a lot, especially a lot of shallow-minded females are attracted to males with a lot of money. Therefore, therefore, you got people who try to capitalize off that and create a whole theory in order for they could financially benefit off of. And Kevin Samuels is the person I'm talking about. Listen, let me tell you something. Kevin Samuels is going to have his own show. Kevin Samuels is going to have his own talk show one day. He's on his way. He's on his way. Because unfortunately, people like him, people like him is able to attract a lot of gullible and weak-minded individuals to buy into whatever bullshit that he's selling. And it's usually people like that that's able to make it into network television. Hell, look at Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey was doing the same shit. Selling bullshit. Selling bullshit. And he has the ability to garner a lot of weak-minded. He had the ability to garner a lot of weak-minded and gullible individuals to buy into whatever shit that he's selling. Thus, he had a very successful talk show for a few years, and he still had a very successful nationally syndicated radio show. 2 successful films that he produced, and a successful book. And when I mean successful, I'm not saying successful as in what he was selling actually help people accomplish whichever goal they was wanting to accomplish. No, it's successful because it sold a lot. That's what I mean by success in this context. In this context. So, I posted the link in the chat. If you guys want to chime in and join the panel for we could talk about this topic, we can. But remember, if you guys listen, anyone who plan to click on the link and come on the panel, just remember my rules. Respect me and respect everybody on the panel. Do not interrupt anyone while they're speaking. Only one person speaks at a time. All right? There will be no filibustering. There'll be no long-winded speeches. No. Say what you have to say, but say in a sufficient amount of time. Because if other people are in the panel, they deserve the right to speak too. So there's going to be no microphone grab, no microphone hogging. If anyone plans to come on the panel. All right? This goes to everybody, including males or females. This goes to males or females who decide to click on the link and come on my panel. Now, if no one clicks on the link, I'll just end this live and go about my business and watch this basketball game. So those of you guys that have something to say, if you agree or disagree with what I just said, click on the link. So I'll wait for a short amount of time to see if anyone will come on the panel. If not, like I said, I'll just leave. I'll just end this stream, leave, and go about my own business, man. So the solution to this, right, is for you as the viewing audience to not get caught up in the lies that a lot of these content creators are promoting. Do not get caught up in the lies that these content creators are promoting. Another solution is for all of us to ask questions. Ask questions. Question the substance of these theories that a lot of these so-called gurus or these so-called coaches or whatever the fuck they call themselves, ask questions on their theory that they're promoting. Ask questions. Ask for results. Ask for receipts. What are the results of these things? How much success stories have you created? And where are these receipts? Where is the proof of these success stories that you created? How many happy families, how many married and happy households have been created due to this theory called the high value man? As a matter of fact, how many females have you helped to successfully gain a quote unquote high value man? And at the same time, how many what evidence you have of successfully helping these males in becoming quote unquote high value men, supposedly, if it exists? Where's the proof of this? Where's the results of this? What's going on? What's up, Julie Jules? How you doing?
Hi, I'm okay. I remember you from last night. I don't know if you remember me. I kept cutting out.
Yeah, I remember
But
you. Yeah.
how are you today?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Surfing the live.
Hello? Oh, you sort of cut out. So can you start all over? You sort of cut off.
Sure. I said that I'm just like bouncing around, seeing who's live and listening in on the conversations. I kind of just got in, so I heard you talking about high value men.
Yes. What do you think about this term, this label, and how it's being defined in this space? What do you think about it? Do you think that it actually exists or it doesn't exist? What do you think?
A high value man, do I think that exists? Yeah, sure. I think that the label is corny. Yeah, it's not something you could really use, in like real life, but I get what they are going for. To me, a high value man is a man that I'm really focused on morals and values. It would be nice if he could provide for you and your family or potential family unit, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Like his morals and values are where it needs to be, and he's serious about taking care of me and protecting me. I'm really big on protection.
Okay. It's you hit it right on the nail in the first part when you speak about morals and values, because those are really the key indicators that make up a human being, their morals and their values. And what I've been saying throughout this stream, about how the label have been defined by a lot of people in the stream is that it's only revolves around this the way that this label is being defined by the people in this space is being defined solely based upon a person's income or a man's income instead of the values and morals of that man.
Right.
And and the thing is, I'm trying to let the audience know, the viewing audience know, is that whenever you have people who define high value man in that context solely based upon his income, that these people are trying to sell you nothing but hype. That's it, hype. They're trying to sell hype to attract females and hype to attract males. It's really something to attract shallow-minded people. And unfortunately, a lot of the viewing audience are shallow-minded.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, someone have to be shallow-minded in order to buy into these theories that's being made up. But yeah.
Can
But
I ask you a question?
go ahead.
I want to know how you are able to identify a good woman.
How I'm able to define a good woman.
To identify. So like what would she, how would you know, let's say you were in, I don't know, just in a public place, like how would you know what a good woman is? Or would you be able to recognize a good Black woman from other Black women?
Well, for one, I can't just recognize a good Black woman just at a first sight if I see her in a public place. I have to get to know her. And how I would recognize that when I get to know her is her actions. If her actions show that she's supportive of me and whichever type of goals that I'm going after, if she shows integrity, if she shows dignity, if she shows loyalty based on her actions, if she shows respect based on her actions, if she values my leadership, which is what submission is, by her actions will tell me if she's good or not.
All right. I was just wondering because I think that good women sometimes kind of have a look. Would you agree with that? Like, I think that you could spot a good woman. Of course, not 100%. Of course, you have to get to know her. But I'm saying, like, there's something about good women that I think makes them stand out from other women.
Such as? You hear me? Hello? Hello, Jules? Julie Jules? Oh, well, I guess I don't know, her mic is messed up. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, hello. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you, but now I hear you now. So I like you to elaborate on as far as the looks of a female. How does excuse me, I'm sorry. Elaborate on how does a good woman look? Like, what is it about the look of a woman that can determine whether she's good or not?
I was asking you if you like thought that maybe a good woman has a certain look.
A certain look. I wouldn't say look, but like, okay, like this person said, bullish on crypto would say a certain energy, to a degree, a certain energy, or a certain way that she carries herself.
Okay.
A way she conducts herself. You might tell to a degree if she's a good person or not. But a look, looks can be deceiving. So I can't just base, as far as me as an individual, I can't just base things off of just a look. I have to get to know a person deeper and deeper for me to know if they're really good in character. You know,
Do you know who B. Simone is? I think everybody does, but B. Simone.
I heard of that person, but I don't know this person. I heard of that person.
So you never saw her?
I probably have because the name sounds familiar.
She's a I think she's a comedian. It says singer, but she's a comedian. And like for the people who have seen her, she has a certain look. You know, she looks the way she does. It's kind of like this generic Instagram type look. I consider her like real generic.
Okay.
And if
Okay.
I saw B Simone in a mall or the supermarket or whatever around other, like if I saw her in a room full of black women, she's not the type that I would like necessarily think is a good woman. So I don't know if I'm making sense right now to you guys, but like those generic type women, like would you think that they are good women just looking at them right off the bat? Because I just feel like good women have to have like sort of a different look to them. And it's important for you guys to be able to identify that. Because some of us carry ourselves a certain way and dress a certain way to send you that message. So if you can't tell if B. Simone is different from somebody like me, even though I look way different and classier, like that's weird.
I get what you're saying, Julie. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Unfortunately, you have a lot of deceptive females out there who will look like you, who will dress and look modest, but really are snakes. They will purposely try to make themselves look contrary to the B. Simones of the world or to the Instagram models of the world, just to try to trap a certain type, just to try to attract a certain type of man. But deep down inside, she's just as evil and cold-hearted. So you have that going on. Even though Julie, I understand what you're talking about. I understand that. But the reason why I say that I'm not going to go, I can't just go off of looks alone, because I understand that there are people who will use a look and use an image to try to suck people in to whatever, to try to suck people in and use that person that they sucking in for whichever ulterior motive that they have. You know?
You know,
I mean, yeah.
I'll go on. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm done. I'm done.
I was gonna say, these. Sorry, hold on one second. These women, they tend to fuck it up in some way. Like they tend to like show too much cleavage, or like they just tend to look trashy. And I just feel like you could spot them, even if they're trying to do that fake femininity thing. They tend to look trashy. I was just wondering if men could spot those nuances or not. And I guess not. And I don't really know what to do now, to be honest. I don't know what to do.
I mean, just be yourself. I mean, you have to realize men can spot certain things in a female, but men do that by getting to know you.
But what happens when they don't approach?
What happened when men don't approach?
Yeah, you don't get that chance. They don't approach.
I mean, well, what happened when men don't approach? Hey, sometimes as a woman, you gotta do the approaching, and there's nothing wrong
I've
with that.
done that.
Mm,
I've done everything.
you've done
I've
everything.
done it. I'm
Mm.
sorry.
Oh no, I'm just repeating what you're saying. That's it.
Yeah, I've done it. Men, they don't respond very well to that. They just feel like that's straightforward, too straightforward, and it doesn't turn out well. Like they just think that I want sex usually. So
Mm. Well, it probably depends. I don't know. Like there's see, I don't know your personal life, so I can't really decipher off the bat. But in general terms, it depends upon the type of male he is, and it depends upon how a female would approach him. Sometimes it probably depends upon what the male is looking for. If the male is looking for nothing but a night of fornication, and a female approaches him, he's probably going to have the wrong perception. He's probably thinking that maybe she has the same agenda as me. It's see, some males, when it comes to why they don't approach, it's it's sort of similar to why a lot of females may not respond to a guy who tries to pursue them. It does a lot of things. And sometimes it's not even something personal against you. Sometimes it's maybe that male probably has somebody. Maybe maybe he's just looking to be single. May, maybe he's shy. He's maybe shy
mhm.
or afraid to approach you. Or a lot of times he probably looks at you and think that, oh man, she's probably outside of my league. I'm probably not good enough for her. You know, so
That's not good enough for me. That's why I'm on here. Like I would like for you men to try to coach other men to like not be like that because they're missing out on really good opportunities for, love and companionship. And I don't know if you guys are pro black love over here, but
I mean,
a strong black relationship, like they're passing up on that because of shyness. Like I don't think we could be like that right now.
well, I'm pro black male happiness. That's what I'm for. I'm no
Okay.
disrespect, Julie, but that black love shit could go to the garbage can. And it's and it's nothing personal towards you. It's because it's because the thing is with a lot of so-called black people in this space, or just a lot of so-called black people in general, who promote this black love conscience, this black love thing, they're not promoting it in a genuine level. I'm not saying you, Julie, but I'm just saying a lot of people who promote it, they're not promoting it. They being very disingenuous when they promote it, because it's really what it is. Is really, I'm speaking about the way these disingenuous individuals promote black love. It's really they try to promote it around revolving around the happiness or making black females happy. See, the happiness of the black male, according to a lot of people who promote black love, doesn't matter. It depends. The happiness of the black female matters. It does, because the reason why is because in order for so-called black love to truly work, the majority of the black male and black female collective in America have to fix their internal issues that they have with themselves. They have to fix their internal demons that they have within themselves. They have to do a lot of self-reflecting and a lot of self-improvement. Hell, a lot of people just need to go to therapy. And what I'm seeing in so-called black America is that it's acknowledged that black males need to improve on their flaws. But when we speak about what black females need to improve on their flaws, we get demonized. Well, the ones who point the finger at black females, they get demonized and called misogynists. You see, in so-called black America, there is not this big consensus to hold black females accountable to certain things that they've caused to contribute to the destruction of the black family and black society. So if we don't have a consensus to hold black females accountable for what they've done, and we're only holding a consensus to holding black males accountable, how could there be black love? Because you know.
No, I agree with you. Like, yeah, I agree with you. I think that we definitely need more accountability for the black women. And I know it sounds weird that I say that because you sound like one of these women who, just try to pander to men, but it's not like that. It's true. I'm a black woman. I'm the type of black woman that other black women don't like. And, I didn't drink the Kool-Aid that they drank. So like, I'm like a realist. I'm just different. And there needs to be accountability. Like, they're fucking crazy.
Yeah. And that's
but
why
I gotta, not to cut you off and not to cut it short, I'm sorry, but I missed the call earlier. I gotta return that call, but thank you for having me on.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for coming on, Julie. You're always invited to come on the panel.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a pleasure having you here. And Julie, you're a beautiful woman. You're a beautiful woman. So your looks is not a problem. And you seem like a very intelligent woman, beautiful inside and out. So, like I said, just keep being yourself, and you'll find that king. That's it. You'll find that king. So, all right. It was good speaking to you.
All right. Likewise. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Be safe.
All right. You too. Bye.
All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This was a sister that I came across on a panel last night. Yeah. Oh, but y'all, what you laughing? What you laughing at? Oh, but y'all sitting there laughing. All right. What Wagner said. Wagner said facts. You notice how they never let the black man lead the relationship. They trying to package something that isn't good to pander to female emotions. Yeah. Yeah, that's what this concept, this modern concept of black. Yo, y'all laugh. Yo, what y'all laughing at? Y'all making me laugh with these laughing emojis, man. Knew I was on Mr. Research's panel last night. I was on Mr. Research's panel last night, and I encountered this female, Julie Jules. Yeah. And I guess she subscribed to me afterwards. I was saying some real shit, so I don't know. She subscribes to me. Yeah. But y'all making me laugh with these laughing emojis, man. What y'all yo. All right. So yeah. We sort of got off topic, but you know what, man? You know what? It's unfortunate that we live in a society where there are unfortunately, a lot of bad people in this world. And the bad people in this world, like, they get more, like, when we come on this space, right, and speak about what's going on in society, we put so much emphasis on the bad people in this world and telling people to be careful of the bad people in this world, that the good people get overlooked. And the good people in this world get a hard time because, being that there are so much bad people in this society, it's hard for us to trust individuals. And this is what's going on when it comes to so-called black relationship and so-called black love. It's a lot of distrust because we've encountered a lot of bad people. Therefore, the good people, they unfortunately, in a way, suffer. And I think as of right now, I'm talking the genuinely good black females in the society, they're suffering right now. They're suffering. They're suffering at the hand. They're suffering because you have more and more black males waking up and recognizing the evils of a lot of no good black females. So they're waking up. They're seeing the evils all around their society, all around their surroundings. They're seeing it in their families. They're seeing it when it comes to the females that they are or have dealt with in the past, as far as relationship wise or marriage wise. And they're saying, no more. I'm not taking this shit no more. And a lot have just signed off for relationships and marriage saying, I'm staying single. And as a result, the genuinely good females, the few genuinely good black women that is left, they suffer the consequences. They are sort of what we call an innocent bystander, collateral damage. Because males, especially so-called black males, a lot of them are not taking any chances, any more chances when it comes to marriages and relationships. Might be 30 years too late. Damn, new. God damn, new. you coming on my channel beating the hope out of people, new. You beating the hope out of people. So any more people want to come in? Any more people want to come in and chime in before I leave? So and this female Julie Jules. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I remember you. Oh damn, I keep forgetting. So this female Julie Jules, she's waking up, she's seeing that. She's seeing, damn. I'm going around and a lot of, and she's in her mind, she's assuming. I should have told her that. What I just said is what I should have told her. You know, maybe she's still watching I don't know, maybe she'll watch the rest of the playback. I don't know. But that's what I should have told. Damn, I forgot to tell her that, what I just said. But it seems like she's recognizing that a lot of so-called black males are no longer taking chances at relationships and marriages because they've seen and experienced too much hell. Too much. Listen, we got horror stories. All right? Like a lot of you females don't realize that us as black, damn, I'm switching the topic, but a lot of you females, y'all don't realize the amount of horror stories that we as males have. We have a lot of horror stories. I have my own horror stories. I'm sure New got horror stories. I'm sure Wagner, as young as he is, he got horror stories when it comes to the females that he's encountered in the past. You got to realize, yo, we've got some horror stories. So we're not taking any more chances because we realize that in this society, listen, the majority, not all, but the overall majority of females are just fucking toxic. And males, we realize that. We realize that. Check this out. Today, I was speaking to an elderly man, right? An elderly black man. I just met him today. And he was telling me certain things about his life. The guy was married twice and divorced twice. And he said, and he's speaking about at this stage of his life, he's not looking to remarry. He said what he wants for the rest of his life is peace. And he realized after 2 divorces that his peace comes at being unmarried. And he was speaking about how this society have molded females to become toxic, and he said especially black women. Okay? Listen, we live at a time now where a lot of males are just checking out of relationships and marriages. They're just checking out. And I'm one of them. I've already checked out. Shoot. Especially when it comes to any potential relationships with so-called black females in America, y'all lost me. I done checked out. Y'all lost me. Shit. I ain't taking a chance. Listen, if I want an early grave, then I'll go to a relationship if I want an early grave. But guess what? I don't want an early grave. Fuck that. Y'all lost me. I done checked out a long time ago. Shit. What's going on, Sheila? What's up? Oh, man, what's going on? Okay, none of y'all want to hop on? Nobody wants to hop on? No one else wants to hop on nobody else want to hop on the panel and speak on the topic? Because no one else wants to hop on, I'll just get out of here. Okay, you probably, woman in the past, you said it is sad because deeply I think everyone wants to find somebody. You know, I thought at first when I saw that, I thought you really meant Sade, the singer Sade, but I think you meant sad. It is sad because deeply I think everyone wants to find somebody. Yeah, deeply I think everyone wants to find somebody too. But we as men, what we want to find, what we really want to find, before what we put emphasis on more than finding another person is finding peace, finding true happiness, finding and maintaining good health, fulfillment of life and prosperity. And I know me personally, I've accepted the fact that if there isn't a female that can add on to these things in my life, then she means nothing to me. And a lot more males in this society have come to that same conclusion. It is what it is, man. And unfortunately, a lot of genuinely good females are becoming or have already become collateral damage to this. Because they're going to have to find a real hard time finding and keeping a very good man, because most of the men are just checking out. And this is also due to the fact that the genuinely good there is not enough genuinely good females, especially good so-called black females, who are speaking up and checking these no good black females. So when there is not enough of the generally good black females who are checking and are condemning the bad behavior of these black females, then guess what? We as males, we're looking at you as no different than the no good females. We're looking at you as no different than no good females. Because a true man with true character and true values, they understand that if you are a truly good person and you see people doing wrong, you have to speak up about it and condemn it. If you don't condemn it, if you don't condemn bad behavior, if you don't condemn bad actions, you're only enabling it. Remember that. You're only enabling it. And when you enable bad behavior and bad actions, you're just going to be seen as just a bad person to good people. What's up, Sheila? How you doing?
All right, how you doing, Wacky?
I'm doing all
I'm
right.
be honest, how everybody in the chat. I did not know y'all guys had it that bad when it comes to us females. And like I said um yesterday on another panel, that starting with my generation, with my nephews, because everybody get married at a young age, I think y'all gonna see a turnover um in a couple of years, because majority of girls my nephew finding, they're real feminine. They cook for him, don't give him a problem, let the men lead and everything. So
Okay. Uh,
it depends, but majority of them biracials too.
oh wow. Okay. Oh wow. You said if you said to the SYSBM crowd, they'll be like, ding, ding, white proven. You see, get yourself a non-black female. Ah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but I didn't know. I felt sorry for my brothers, because I know after my divorce, I said I wasn't, I was gonna stay celibate. But y'all having it hard though, and I feel sorry for my brothers.
Well, we you know what? Yeah. And, well, we live in a society where, especially amongst so-called black people in America, we live in a society where even the social economic system that we live under have put females in a position to look down onto us, to not respect us. Like an environment is created around black America to not even respect black males, to not even have empathy on black males or on the life of black males. And it's like you gotta realize a lot of black males have been traumatized and abused ever since they came out the
Yes.
womb.
Ooh. Mm-mm-mm.
They have experienced a life of trauma and abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse. Okay, and of course, black females have experienced that too. But I think it's but I think enough people probably know that they don't. I don't think enough people actually realize or acknowledging the level of abuse that males in society, especially black males, are going through ever since they came out the womb. You know?
Wacky. I really think that I'm gonna be honest, majority of black females really need to do studies on our black males, because if they really know the things y'all have to endorse every day just being a black man, I think their mindset will really change. Because I'm being honest, it's very sad that um the way I see a lot of them verbal come out and say things, knowing when y'all come out the house, it's not even guaranteed y'all gonna come home, because y'all
Exactly.
fighting not just us, but everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. See, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I didn't want to go too far, but you know what I'm saying, right?
I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. But this is what I think, Sheila, that uh when it comes to an adult female, right? An adult female who have been conditioned a certain way all her life, and how they who have been conditioned to view a certain group of people all their life, to me, for the most part, it doesn't matter how much research that they do on black men and what they endure on an everyday level. If these females don't do any self-reflection and look inside themselves internally and recognizing the bad behavior that they have, their bad habits that they have,
Yes.
and just how they have perceived black males and how that perception is bad, and that perception is getting in the way of them finding true love and happiness with the black male. If they don't do some internal soul searching and realize that there's something wrong with their behavior and their conduct, and that they've been socialized to think this way, and they must break that chain and become a new and wiser individual. If they don't do that, then regardless of how much research that they do, they still will end up in toxic relationships.
Wacky. You know what, too? That a lot of I had it was not, I can't say an argument, it was a disagreement with a young lady about a couple of months ago. She trying to convince me she's just as strong as a man. And I told her, where do you get that from? I said, we was not designed to be masculine like a man.
Right.
I said, you had to remember, our men is our leaders, our protectors, our hunter. I said, so we is the softer type. I said, we could never, ever, I don't care how, how much weight we lift, how much construction jobs you think you could be equal with the male. We could never, ever, our body is never designed to be strong like a male. And she argued with me up and down. I told her, I said, well, I disagree with you, because I wasn't designed to be strong like no man. I said, we got to always realize the man is the leader.
Now, when she was talking about being stronger than a man, in what context is she meaning it in? Because a lot of females, right, I've heard a lot of females who make that same argument, and they would say that they're just as strong as a male mentally or emotionally or spiritually. So in what context is she meaning? Did she say that she's just as strong
Physically?
Physically?
Because I said, because I carry a baby. I said, you know what? No, you wrong there.
That's that third to fourth wave feminism that promote this pseudo knowledge that females are physically stronger than males because they carry a baby and give birth to a baby after 9 months. But biologically, basic biology proves that wrong, because the hormone testosterone increases physical strength. And out of the two genders, which gender produce testosterone the most? Males.
Right.
So just based on that alone, it proves that on average, males are physically stronger than females. So but this is the type of thinking that has poisoned the minds of a lot of females, because there are a populace of females who believe this. And
right.
And this way of thinking have poisoned females to view males to be in a negative light. Because to me, a female who say that she's just as strong as a man or even stronger physically, and basically, in other words, she's saying that males are weak.
That's what she was trying to say. And I had just that. Yeah, to a certain extent. I said, oh, because you have 4 baby daddies that left you. So now they're weak and you stronger than them.
Wow. Good Lord.
And I met this individual on YouTube, and that's what she do all day long. She sit on YouTube and just bash males.
Oh, she's a YouTuber. Oh, 9 times out of 10, she's probably mentally ill. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, please. But please. You see, and this type, and like I said, these type of females think males are weak, and when a female think males are weak, they're not going to respect the male gender collectively. and
why do you think that?
hold
Let's be
on for a minute,
honest,
hold on for a minute, Sheila,
Mm-hmm.
hold on for a minute. So when these females have this perception of males being weak, then if they get involved in relationships and or marriages with males with the same type of males they think is weak, it's never going to be a peaceful marriage or relationship because she's so convinced that this male is weak, so she's not going to respect them, and it's going to be by habit she's not going to respect them. So go ahead, Sheila. See what you got to say.
Now, be honest. Why do you think that? And I know with my mother taught us to make sure that we provide for our male. The battle he fight outside the house. So when he come home, this is his castle. Make sure it's peaceful. Make sure the house is clean. Make sure his dinner's done, and just make sure you be there for him because the hustle and tussle he do every day just outside the house. So when he come in, this is his castle, and this way he could put his armor down and his peace set, and he don't want to hear all that argument because as a black man, he fighting every day, just being a black male. So she taught that while we was growing up, to provide for our male. Even my brother, the only brother, how we cater to him, until he got married. So, I'm gonna ask you, do you think that go back to the upbringing?
Of course. Yeah, of course. It goes back to the upbringing because you have to realize that a lot of females, especially in today's society, they was raised in 2, 3, or 4 generations worth of. When I mean females, I'm speaking about a lot of so-called black females. Okay, I want to be specific.
No, go ahead.
A lot of, not all, but a certain populace of so-called black females grew up in households where there were 2 to 3 and sometimes even 4 generations worth of single mother households. And these females have experienced possibly traumatizing relationships with the fathers of their children, the father or fathers of their children, or husbands, ex-husbands, or what have you. They probably experience abuse and what have you. So from generationally, they have raised and conditioned females to not rely and not trust males, and that males are no good. And when you have these daughters who are raised in households where their mother is the mother and father of the house, and they have no father, and they're not being raised with the man in the house, it's like, okay, like how could I say mom is wrong? Right. I don't see a man in the house with me. Maybe mom is right. And you add to another factor, you got mainstream media who portray the image of black males for the most part in a negative light.
Yes.
So that further convinces these females who's growing up in these households that that black males are no good. Then they go outside. Now, if they live in the inner city, they go outside in their environment. They see so-called black males out there selling drugs, committing criminal activity.
Yes.
So that further convinces them that, man, these guys are no good. But ironically, in a way, these guys are considered sexually attractive to them.
Right.
They view these guys to be sexually attractive, which is sort of like ironic because these same type of males that black females were taught to be ineffective, unproductive, no good, are the same type of males that these so-called black females are conditioned to be attracted to. So, and when you grow up in 2 or 3 generations of that, when you have females that generationally grow up in 2 to 3 generations of that type of household, it's going to end up being just second nature to the average so-called black female to treat black males the way that they do. It becomes second
Yeah,
nature. Yeah.
you're right. And that's why I listen to y'all guys, Wacky, because I say, you know what? My brothers for decades, y'all been silent. Um, to take care of the household. Don't pay no attention what we say. And y'all been doing that for years. I mean, the silent generation, the baby boomers. And now y'all have a voice and I'm happy. And I'm like, what's the problem? You know? We should want to learn and take heed of what they're saying, you know? And that's why I said the end of the day is I be on different channels just listening or whatever, and I just listen to what y'all have to say. Because majority of y'all be talking right on point.
Yeah. 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 And that's good that you're listening. That's good that you're listening. You know, it's good that we have females like you that's listening and
Mhm.
who can speak to other females, especially so-called black females, and relay the truth to them. And so that's a good thing. But unfortunately, we don't have enough sisters like you, Sheila,
I know.
who are objective enough to just listen to the opinions of us as so-called black males and be logical enough to realize when we are saying something that's true and be able to handle criticism. A lot of so-called black females can't handle criticism about their behavior. And because of that, they refuse to be receptive to the things that we talk about. No matter how true it is, no matter how much empirical evidence that we have to back up what we say. It's
Yes.
unfortunate that there's not enough of y'all, Sheila.
And you know the sad thing too, Wacky, because I'm majority, I think I'm the most oldest one on YouTube. And I don't understand, like a lot of them say that they're married or they're engaged, and it's just the behavior. Because when I was married, I didn't even know what social media was. I was too busy catering to my husband, to my children, to my career, to my home, cooking and stuff. I didn't have time for idle time on social media. And then being in space with other males,
All night long, all night long. Yeah,
yes. And then the clothes you wear, how you present yourself, you know?
exactly, exactly. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying. And if you look at any of my videos, you never see me. It's you could be classy and conservative. You know what I'm saying? You never see my videos with boobs hanging out or trying to entice me or something like that. Because my mother always raised us to be classy.
Good.
You,
That's excellent.
you get a man with your mind, not your body. Because you know what, your looks is always not going to be there.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone's looks fade over time.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way nature is.
Mm-hmm.
It looks fade over time. So people have to have people have to have something to be able to attract the opposite sex. And this thing has to go beyond physical attraction. You know, it's
Yes.
character, integrity, morality, and all that other good shit.
Mhm.
It's Yeah. Well, what I
But I
was going
just
to
want to
say.
get on here so you know
Yeah,
you ain't have to be. But I appreciate your wisdom. I always do, Wacky. You have a lot of wisdom, and just keep on doing what you're doing on the YouTube streets.
yeah. Thank you.
And
Yeah,
keep on speaking truth.
yeah.
Because like I said, the end of the day is if you could change one person, one male life, whatever you saying and doing is not in vain.
Thank you,
And I appreciate you.
thank you, thank you,
Okay,
thank you.
I'll be in the chat.
And I
Okay.
appreciate for you coming on. You and come by anytime.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
All right, peace. All right. What I was going to say, okay, yeah, I was going to make this point. Well, I'm going to make it now. Yeah, Sheila made a good point about these so-called married females in this space. Isn't that funny that these females who claim to be married and have children, they make these claims, but yet they have time to be on men's panels all night, almost every single day? I know it's common sense that a person who's married and have children will be too busy with, like Sheila said, will be too busy with their families and their careers in order to have all this time to be online all night long with a bunch of strange men talking. And I get that it's a pandemic. We live in a pandemic, and a lot of people are probably unemployed or working remotely. But still, if you have a family, a household, you still won't have time to be on social media all the time. Dude, I'm not married, nor do I have children. It's just, listen, I'm only taking care of me, myself, and I. And I don't have the amount of time to be online every single day, every night. So if an unmarried, fatherless male like myself don't have a lot of free time, how are these so-called married females with children have all this free time? And not only that, but some of these married females with children are so envious of other females due to a damn avatar that female put up. They see that a female all the way that live all the way in another country have an avatar that looks attractive, and this female that they're jealous of isn't, according to her own admission, is unmarried and don't have any children, right? And they are envious of this female, and they are doing everything in their power to try to make this female look bad. Now, if you are a happily married woman with children, what are you doing being upset and being obsessed and infatuated over a total stranger on the internet that live across seas in a totally different country than you do, over a goddamn avatar? Come on, man. And at the same time, you online almost every night, all night long, on other people's panels talking shit. But yeah, you married with you. Get the fuck out of here, man. A lot of people on here are full of shit. Not all people, but a lot of people on here are full of fucking shit. A lot of people are so full of shit. And you guys have to peep game, dog. A lot of people within the viewing audience have to peep game and realize how fucked up a lot of these people are and how much they lie about themselves. Fuck out of here. They're married with children, but they're envious of a fucking Jessica X, right? And it's no disrespect to Jessica X, being that I put fucking and Jessica and her name in the same sentence, but I'm just saying, how are you going to be envious of a total stranger, but yet you claim to be happily married with children at the same time? If you were a happily married woman with children, you won't have time to be jealous of some stranger on the internet. The fuck? These people are something else, man. These people are something. And you know what? Let me tell you something. Within the past few years, I'll say the past 2 or 3 years, I've held back a lot. I've held back a lot. You know, I utilize a lot of patience, and I reserved a whole lot because a lot of motherfuckers over here are so full of fucking shit. I'm telling you, man, they piss me the fuck off. But I hold back a lot for within the past 2 or 3 years. Because I really want to see so-called black males in particular. I really want to see them advance and win in society. So I hold back a whole lot because I'm not trying to fight with nobody. I'm not trying to fight definitely with my brothers. I'm not trying to fight. But at the same time, when you see a lot of nonsense being promoted, it just tempts me to just fucking chew a hole in them. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. As a member of the so-called black manosphere, and you guys could announce this throughout the whole damn space, as a member of the so-called, not only a member of the so-called black manosphere, but a person who have been known, who is recognized as a founding father or one of the founding fathers of this space. You know what I'm going to say? Shout outs to Aaron, to Aaron Fountain Jr. Shout outs to him, to Aaron G. Fountain Jr. Okay, because as much as I disagree with the things that he say, but you know what? As much as I disagree with the things that he say, the thing is, I can't be upset with what he's doing because there's so many people in this space that make the black manosphere look bad due to their fucked up ass talking points that they're giving Aaron Fountain Jr. a reason to make the content that he makes on here. All right? Hell, the people in this space are giving people like Cynthia G a reason to make the type of content that she's making on here. Same thing when it goes to people like Nyla Says and Taz. Now, these individuals that I just named, I don't agree with every single thing that they say. But at the same time, I have to be objective and realize that in this space, you have a lot of people who are misrepresenting us, man. They're misrepresenting us. So if we have a lot of these people who are misrepresenting us, we shouldn't worry about people like Aaron G. Fountain Jr. or Cynthia G. or Nyla Taz. We have to focus more on these individuals who are misrepresenting us and pluck them out and throw them in the fire. And shun they ass, man. Shun they motherfucking ass. Shit. Put a fucking foot up in their motherfucking ass. Shit. Look out of here. All right, Joe. All right. So you guys have a good night. You guys have a good night. And before I leave, I'm going to say this. Fuck Manosphere 2.0. Fuck them. Fuck Manosphere 2.0. Shit. Anyway, you guys have a good night. Shalom.